Hello. Oh man, I assure you, I'm never late. I tell you that. I'm never late, man. I just had this constant issue with uploading stuff and the computer freezing. Like now, I think I need a computer with more RAM, more hardware, more gigabyte, because I put so much in these videos, I upload all the stuff, and then everything start crashing. Tell me if y'all can hear me, man. Also gonna see my audio mic. It's gonna be I had to shut this stuff down. I had to shut this stuff down. What's going on, y'all? What's up? What's up? We got a good show for you today. I'm glad the crash took place at 2 o'clock, so I had to fix it. You know, in record time, 2:09. Let's get to the intro and get to everything. We got a great show, man. Got a great show. How y'all doing today? Let me see the comments. What's up, Brent? What's up? This is gonna be a good show, man. I put a lot of effort in this. I've stayed up all night, and then I stayed up today, and then yesterday I did a lot of playback stuff, and it's gonna be a good show. So let's get to my favorite part of these shows, which is the intro. This is probably gonna be the intro of 49ers. Oh my goodness, where is this at? Here it is. Y'all gonna love this.
Lions fans thought, and I don't blame them, that this thing looked really good for them.
I think it's indisputable they're the most tortured fan base in the world. They're not one since 1957.
Lions are going for it. It's a 4th and 2.
Goff to throw it. Incomplete.
I don't think you'll believe me when I tell you this. Honestly, I'll take a winless season. If that would have happened to me last night, I would not recover. I would be dead inside.
It is. Oh, he caught it off the ricochet. Oh, he caught it.
And I would never regenerate. And I don't know a more painful moment ever.
And off to Gibbs. And he fumbled the ball. He got hit. He fumbled the ball. The 49ers take over on the Lion 24-yard line.
Here's Purdy. Purdy with a nice move. First down. Purdy's still going. Staying on his feet. Down to the 5.
He has made some of his best plays today with his legs.
He competed his off today. I thought it was the difference between winning and losing.
It was 24-7 Detroit. In less than 12 minutes, the 49ers have tied the game. Takeaway from Lions 49ers.
The Lions just have to look themselves in the mirror and say, why did we lose this game? We gave it to them. They absolutely gifted this game. And it drives me crazy because I'm going to say something. They had the best offensive game plan of anybody, of any game this year. They were bludgeoning this football team.
The spirit of Detroit.
Oh, let's see what I got for y'all today. This is called Collapse. Okay, this is gonna be about what we cannot bring into 2024, and that game is a staple of what we can't do in 2024. That game was the culmination of everything I was saying in the season. Again, this channel is hard to listen to in the season because, look, I feel you. I should be a happy person. We win a game. Like we beat Chicago. Yay, we beat Chicago. But guess what? We didn't score in the third quarter. And I'm going to let you know. Every culmination, every issue that we ever had, either as a team or as a fan base, whatever it is, came all to light in that game. So what do I mean by that, right? We could look, first and foremost, going into the game, we knew what it was. You had to score 8, okay? You had to score 8, okay? When you see stuff like this, let me see if I can get smaller. You see stuff like this, this is the beginning of the game. This is the intro to the game. I watched this game 3 times, okay? This is the intro, okay? Look, we had 20. Look, coming into the game, we was 24-26-1 under Dan Campbell. We had just got real. We had just become a real team. Still got a losing record. But coming into this, we knew what it was. We knew what it was. And what we did was we collapsed. I don't know what it was, but we have seen this plenty of times, many of times before. All right. So let me break this down, and then we'll get in the history of both of these sides. Because the history was there. It was showing to us. Okay. Because we did this like the New Orleans game, we let him come back. Chicago game, we let him come back. We let people come back. Going into the game, the 49ers had a speech to their team. I had to watch 49ers clips. My phone is full of 49ers stuff. I had to watch what they said to their team. You know what they said? You know what their beginning speech was? Kudos to the Lions for coming all this way. I respect everything they're doing. But they haven't played a team like us. I respect the fact they talked all week about who they are and how they're built, but we've always been like this. If we're going to transcend into that winning organization, winning team, we got to always be like this. It can't be no hiccups and all this other stuff. It can't be none of that. Okay, coming into the game, the Lions were only second to the 49ers in explosive plays. So the 49ers was number one and we were second. Not Kansas City, nobody else. We could win this game. The 49ers had they were a middle of pack team in run defense. We run the ball exceptionally well. We should have stayed on it. It was a different history between both teams. Okay. Detroit Lions had a different history and level of play compared to the 49ers. For some of y'all, albeit it's just Super Bowls, they had jarring comebacks. The Detroit Lions had jarring comebacks in the Stafford era, but not in this era. Okay. The 49ers in every era, from Bill Walsh to Mariucci to every West Coast scheme, they had comebacks every time, every day. This man said, here we go. Yeah. As Boo Booth would say, that's our Hillary step. We will learn, overcome. Exactly. And this is what we're going to do in this video. We're going to learn and overcome. That's a boo-boo step. That's a boo-boo step. What I got for you, I just lost my place trying to get to the comments. But it was a different history. Let me, I got some stuff. I got some stuff for you. I'm trying to get cute. Check this out. Check this out. Watch me do this. And then watch me do this. And then, bam! Spirit of Detroit. They said, what are you doing with the money? I'm doing my damn job with the money, baby. I'm getting y'all right. Check this out. The 49ers going into the game, they had stuff like this. They had, okay.
You know, it was Dallas, so we obviously wanted to beat them because they're just so arrogant, and you know, you just want to kick their ass every time you play them.
Well, the catch actually should have.
I don't know where my screen went. Something happened and it just lost my screen. Oh, there it is. I'm like, whoa, what is my screen? I shared the wrong screen.
Never happened. The play before, I missed Freddie Solomon, and he was wide open. And
they had stuff like this.
He was only 5 or 6 yards away from me, and I think I threw it 3 feet over his head. You know, the one thing that Bill always taught was, hey, it doesn't matter what happens to the play before, we just got to keep playing.
We're driving down on like the 15-yard line, 13-yard line. We're getting pretty close to the goal. And I come to the sideline, and I can hear Bill is talking on the headset to Sam White, and they're talking about sprint right option. I knew I had a chance to get the ball, but my main job was to help get Freddie open.
The catch happened mainly because Dwight and I practiced this thing in training camp.
So this is what they had. The Lions went up against a historic comeback all the time team.
And we both thought he was crazy because we never throw the ball to him.
Joe comes in.
This is literally it.
Okay, we're gonna run sprint option. He said, Freddie, I'm looking.
They had the catch.
He says to me as the huddle breaks.
They had the catch too. With Terrell Owens, they had the catch too. They had a lot of stuff, man. They had a history of coming back all the time. You cannot take your foot off the gas against teams like this. especially in this era where everybody wants to pass for 6,000 yards. I'm going to stop sharing this screen. Like, if you don't believe me, the Lions had to deal with stuff from the past, okay? They have to deal with
rush, and Young stumbles on
Steve
the way
Young.
back and fires up the middle. Pass is caught by Owens.
This is in a
Owens made
playoff game.
catch. Oh,
This is their history, man. They have this ret to go. This is their history. This is what you're dealing with all the time. Like, they have it. They had Joe Montana at the game. All these legends coming out. They wasn't going to give it to us, bro. We had to kill him. We had to kill him hard. I know I'm losing a lot of people because we don't like to hear this type of stuff. But, again, let's go to biggest blown leads. This is a part of our history, man. Our history was totally different. We got, I'm going to get it to the right spot. There we go. Biggest blown leads. This is going from 1965. Okay? This is our biggest blown leads, 1990, 1965, whatever. I got a lot of stuff in this video. I got a lot of stuff. We lose big games sometimes. And we got to go in against a franchise that wins a lot of big games. That's not good. How about this? I'm going to get through this very quickly. In recent history, we had behavior. Lions blow 18-point lead. Remember this? Against Arizona? I got the games. November 2020. Gave up a 20-point lead to 21-point lead to Washington. Okay? How about this? September 13th, 2020. Squatted a 23-6 lead in the fourth quarter. We got a history of doing this. September 15th, 2013, against Arizona, we had 3 score leads. We had 3 leads, commanding score. They end up tying the game. September 9th, 2019, blow an 18-point lead against Arizona again. October 4th, 2020, against the Saints, we gave up 28 straight points in the fourth quarter. We had a different history. And I understand I'm still here, beat San Francisco 57. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, my man. That's Bruce, man. That's my man. He knows what he's talking about. We could still be here. I'm going to say stop sharing because this is so, oof. Like, I got so much stuff loading. It just makes me mad. But my most important thing is not up here. I need a producer. This is ridiculous. I need a guy to bring up my stuff because I just can't bring up my stuff and do a show. But anyway, it was a different history, right? It was a different Detroit Lions history. I could show you the catch. I could show you the second catch. I could show you the Ravens. No, not the Ravens game because they blew that one. But I could show you against the Saints. It was 29-32, 40 seconds to go. Alex Smith. They had a history of doing this. We could not let them off the hook at all. We are who they thought they were, or they thought we were. I don't know. But in the game, our situation was different. We had 21 7 commanding lead on them. And then where things started to unwind, we have to lead us in the past. We have to lead us in the past. Our defensive game plan. The defense played the run first. We know we've talked about the 1.5 gap and all this other stuff. But they didn't believe in Brock Purdy. They said, look, if Brock Purdy is going to beat us, he's going to beat us. But we're not going to let McCaffrey beat us. The Lions fans of the majority of the season understood our secondary was bad. And Aaron Glenn and company thought our secondary was better than their quarterback. This can be shown on this play. We lined up consistently with 8 in the box, single high safety. consistently. We had CJ Gardner-Johnson or BB out here, and we lined up 5 guys on the line to create pressure and another 3 guys right here. We were controlling each gap in that game. The moral of this is we cannot, under any circumstances, take our foot off the gas and underestimate these opponents. They got other stuff behind them. This season, we have about 7 opponents that are real teams. And, some of you guys are saying 10-7, good to go. No, bro. We have to get into the mindset of beating this team. If we beat San Francisco in San Francisco in the regular season, for most of you, it don't mean nothing. For me, it mean everything. That mean we don't lose. That mean we can beat these teams on the road. You beat Houston at Houston Monday night. That means you can play those action-packed teams with 3-4 wide receivers going deep all the time, because that's what they do. Houston bludgeoned Carlton Davis. Okay? We need to have a team system where we can go up against any opponent. I understand that Dan Campbell believes that. But these fans, heck no. These fans already saying 10-7. 10-7. That's a tough schedule. They're already saying that stuff. To get to the level of the 49ers, we have to delete some things. There's some things we have to destroy. We have to stop the third quarter lulls. On this channel, I talked about the third quarter lulls almost every game. It was unbearable to watch. Lisa was telling me it was hard to watch. This person was telling me hard to watch. It was hard to watch. I was out. Even if we won a game like Green Bay, Atlanta, control of the game the whole game. But that third quarter, they were scoring, they was moving the ball, but not the Lions. Not the Lions. Everybody was telling me to shut up. I remember talking on a live with Adam Baydoun, and I said, do you think we could sustain not scoring in the third quarter? This is against Green Bay. This is week 4. Like week 4. Who cares? We won. That's what Adam Baydoun said. The third quarter sets up the fourth quarter. Exactly. The third quarter sets up the fourth quarter. We cannot afford to take our foot off the gas. We cannot afford Ben Johnson to get too cute. We cannot afford, bro. We cannot afford 4th and 2s. I got something for that too, because there's a myriad of problems in this game. A myriad. Okay? This offseason was a direct response to this actual game. This offseason was a direct response. The offseason response to the league and to this game was, we're going to fix the secondary. We're going to get some pass rush. And if we can't get pass rush, we're going to teach it. So we bring Williams in from Tennessee. Third quarter lulls, look, we're going to get J-Mo involved. We're going to get Gibbs involved. We're going to put Gibbs in the slot. We got to get creative because they know that third quarter is a murderer. They know it. Ben Johnson said it in the press conference. And you know what's funny? When I mentioned third quarter lulls during the season, no one wanted to hear it. Now, what about those third quarters? Because it was on display for all the slappies, for all the people that's not like us. It was on display for them in the NFC Championship game. This secondary will be tested this year. Absolutely. This ain't going to be easy. Y'all we're just kings of the earth. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that to you. I got some things cooking up. I'm not going to do that to you. But look, when you're going against stuff like this, and you're going against 60 games, 37 wins in postseason history, and you're going against stuff like this, like we all have the experience of the playoffs. That's a new experience for us. But we have to go against some tenured teams who are used to winning. Like Dallas is used to winning. They don't win the big one, but they're used to winning, especially against us. They're used to getting bailed out. In this game, we had everybody against us. We had Cleet Blakeman against us. We had the world like rooting for us, but San Francisco was definitely not going to give it to us. I want to talk about the dagger plays that we can't afford. This is what we can't afford moving forward. We can't afford no daggers to our heart no more. We can't afford no 4th and 2s. We can't afford that. I understand that 4th down is how we got there. But when you look at this offseason, it's a direct response to that. Even bringing in the kicker is a big leg kicker. That's a direct response. Linebackers transforming their bodies to try to handle the mobile QB. That's a direct response. They watched the film. They felt the game. They felt how they felt after the game. Everybody's gotten better. But we know our mistakes. And the front office, the players, the coaches did a good job trying to help. But when you talk about 4th and 2s, and you talk about I watched the game 3 times. We're going for 2 yards when we can kick it. And it's 24-10. And then we do it again, thinking we're going to do something, and then it's 24-27. And then we fumble. Come on, man. Come on, man. We even had special teams mess ups. That's what this is down there. It was a coffin kick that the special teams didn't recover, and it became a touchback. Matter of fact, Jared Goff, I know that's your hero. I don't talk quarterbacks because I don't know nothing. But I let other people talk quarterbacks because that's your hero. I'll send the link. I got you, brother. I got you. We could test out my I'm like, I need a producer. Because this is damn good. I got the link here. I got the link for you, Raw Detroit. He's like, send the link. I told you it was gonna be a good show. Look what I got, man. I got for y'all this. I don't talk quarterbacks, but I have a Super Bowl winning quarterback talk to you. Because I can't talk to you.
This play a little bit off, but just, again, understanding the little details of who can take away the curl on the backside. Dre Greenlaw. If he stays front side, it's a given. I got one of the 2 on the backside. If he works to the backside, now you may want to come to the front side and try to get that high-low on the end because all you need is 2 yards for the first down. We don't get it. No points on that particular drive. That happens. I know the big window, the easiest throw is right here. Great read by Jared Goff. Comes back, boom, ball on the money. Oh my gosh, you got to make that catch. Got to make the catch and keep the chains going. Well, once again, it's somebody on every play that's a little bit off. Missing pressure, right? This guy has leverage. They jump the shallow. He gets to Laporta right here. Now you look at this play with Fred Warner running and chasing the shallow, and you say to yourself, man, this should be an easy completion right here, okay? But watch Laporta. Laporta does a nice job is that he gets there, he settles. He settles in the hole like, look, Jared, I'm wide open. There's nobody within 10 yards of me right here, okay? Jared throws him inside. Ball goes inside. Safety comes from the backside. Boom, knocks the football out of Laporta's hands right there. Game of inches. The difference between winning and losing in these games, keeping a drive going, scoring points, is the little things, right? I don't know if he's supposed to settle or not settle, but the quarterback and the receiver did not see it the same way, and not seeing it the same way, throwing him inside leads to the ball being knocked out, incompletion on second down, which...
And for all y'all looking, matter of fact, let me get rid of this comment. For all y'all looking at me crazy, like, why am I playing Kurt Warner? Because Kurt Warner can talk to y'all. I had Kurt Warner discuss Jared Goff. I don't need to do it. Everybody in this game was a little off in that second quarter. Everybody in this game didn't rise to the moment of the second quarter. It's bad enough we had Bill Dorr out there. It's bad enough we had guys out there chipping at elite receivers. It's bad enough. We had guys considerably doing well in the first quarter. And then, guess what? The mistakes happen. Josh Reynolds, wide open, drop. Laporta, Jared Goff thinks he's coming more in. He can just settle right here. Jared Goff leads him in, drop. Those led to fourth downs. Those led to the stupid calls. So it's these little mistakes. We shouldn't even get in the fourth down. We should be ready. Jared Goff and Laporta were doing work all season. It's nearly impossible for me to say, oh yeah, dang, if Jared made that throw and I don't show you, if I don't show you, we're all done. Oh, we got Raw Detroit in the building. I know you got some stuff to say. I never broke this game down, Raw. I never broke this game down.
Hey, I'm just gonna go off what you're saying because what I'm looking at, because I'm just jumping in and I'm just hearing you. So I gotta get to the groundwork.
Okay, let's see if I got something for you. I think I got something for you. Hold on. I've been putting a lot of effort into this stuff. I think that's us right there. It's a little off. Maybe this one will be better. There we go. Nope. Nah. I definitely need a producer for sure. I need a producer. I need someone to help. There we go. We good. We're good enough. Right. We're the Spirit of Detroit podcast where we put the money to work. We get the money to go to work.
So yeah, I see you breaking something down about the 49ers and the Lions.
Yeah, man. It's just if we want to be that team that goes to the NFC Championship, they went to the NFC Championship like 3 out of 4 years.
Yeah.
If we want to be that team, we have to operate and play within that style. We cannot make these mistakes, and we cannot have these collapses. The third quarter lulls, all right? Even our DNA is bad. We had DNA where, the 49ers have over 56 comebacks in their history.
That's
over
lot, man.
56, man. And I'm talking about different eras, man. And okay. And we have a lot. We have like 25. Matter of fact, I just pull it up, man. Talk to the people, and I'm gonna pull this up, man. Because they got like 200. Okay.
Well, yeah, like the number one thing with the Detroit Lions is this. See, what the Lions are gonna have to do, especially if they want to get back in 2024. The Lions are going to have to play good defense, man. Good, sound defense is going to be the key in order for this team to get to the next level. That's why you need guys to be able to get to the quarterback. That's why you need guys making plays in the secondary, because the secondary is going to get tested. And we know, like, even when the Lions played the 49ers last year at their place, that secondary was tested a lot. And it came up short, like that catch that Brandon Ayuk made that he shouldn't have probably never made.
Mm-hmm.
You can't let that happen. You can't let things like that happen, man. So it's like the second time that the Lions had an opportunity to go to Super Bowl, and they were beating the brakes off of the 49ers, and then all of a sudden, things just slowly start to, start to disintegrate, and these guys end up losing a football game.
So you blame the defense?
The defense yes, you have to. You got to.
I blame everybody. I mean,
everything goes hand in hand because it's a team, but you got to say the defense because you got to make the stops. If you don't make the stops in the game, you're going to lose the football game. That's why they say defense wins championships. You got to be able to make the stops in the key points of the game. It's not just going and beating somebody 35-0 and just saying, oh, yeah, we cakewalk these guys. We dog walk these guys. It's not about that. It's about basically going in there and making the key stops to win the football game.
Well, there was a case for what you're saying, is because this is if Dominique Wilkins got fired because of the lack of defense that he had in the Super Bowl, that means AG would have got fired for the lack of defense that he played in this game. But
yes, I agree with you.
like I said, what they did was they respected the run. It was crazy. They over-respected the run and started playing against themselves with Brock Purdy. So that tells me that they didn't believe in Brock Purdy. They didn't even like if he beats us, prove it. You ever know? You ever wonder why?
Go ahead, AJ. Go ahead.
No, you ever wonder why the Patriots was always like the Patriots? Because they put you in that weakest link situation. But Brock Purdy had 3 comebacks last season.
Right.
And you could blame whoever, but Brock Purdy was a guy for somebody. You know, they kept rocking with him.
But you know, I'm gonna tell you how the Lions lost too, because the Lions they underestimated Brock Purdy's ability to be able to run the football as well. Brock was kind of beating us with his legs a little bit. We didn't know. If you didn't know Brock Purdy that much, Brock can run. I don't know if people really understand that he can run, but yeah, Brock can run. Even though he can, you know what I'm saying, throw that football and sling it around, he also has the ability to run, and that's the area where with the Lions, you and me know that AG that's been like a soft area with the Lions that we can't cover guys that run with the football.
Okay, it did this automatically. That was cool. So I was talking about comebacks, and like you said, Brock can run. People don't know that. People don't even acknowledge that, and we know why. But you know, check this out. These comebacks. I'm gonna put the date on them. I hope you see it. If you
I'm looking at it right with the
Guess who at the top of the list? The Detroit Lions.
Come on, dog.
Come on, dog. So they don't have the ones I'm talking about here. I don't think it was a big enough deficit, but they were like a 1 point down or whatever points down. But look here, Los Angeles Rams 2022. The deficit 17. They came back. Los Angeles Rams again 2019. Like, look at these. Look at this. I'll show you Detroit in a minute. They have a history of this. 1998, a history. Go ahead.
Yeah, they got a history of coming back and winning the game, man.
You can't play against this. Oh yeah, I got you right here. We're gonna share this screen. See, as confused as I am with technology, believe it or not, I do know how to present some stuff. So hold on. Let me present another screen, and let's see our history. We got some history there because we got Stafford. We had Stafford at one point.
Yeah, the comeback kid.
Yeah, the comeback kid. That's how he got his job. That's how he got fame. Anyway, check this out. Let me go to the page here. We got 50 of them. And I think it was titled 50 Biggest Comebacks. But check this out. That's 1945, 23. Okay, we got Chicago Bears one time last season. Deficit 12, and we won in the fourth quarter. Remember with J-Mo with the big touchdown?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then we did this on, I believe this was Thanksgiving 2022. No, that wasn't Thanksgiving. That was a week before Thanksgiving. And Chicago. Look, you see Chicago Bears? That's when we come back?
Yeah, we did a lot against Chicago. I never. Ooh, okay.
And then you got 2017. Who was here? It wasn't Jared. Who was here? Caldwell.
Oh, I forgot about.
Yeah.
I forgot about Caldwell. So I forgot all
9 and 7 wasn't good enough.
Yeah, it wasn't good enough, man. How could I forget about that, bro?
But you got Stafford. Look, Cleveland Browns. Stafford's claim to fame game. And ever since then, come back. You could look, Stafford probably has the most comebacks in NFL history. Look at this. This is all Stafford era up until here, 2020. No, 2020.
He got a lot of comeback games.
Yeah, I think, matter of fact, Stafford was in this game. That was against Chicago. I remember that. That was on the road at Chicago, and we shouldn't have won. And they had Gerald Bevel as the coach and all that dumb stuff. Yep, look at this.
Hey, I wonder what game. What game was that Kelvin? I think that was against the Bears. Kelvin had that catch, and I think we probably could have won the game, but they said
that was Chicago. Yeah, that was Chicago. Week 1, I believe, 2010. We went 7-9 that year.
Yeah, I remember that too as well.
He said, "Look, the offense scored 31 points. That should have been enough points."
Right.
I'll agree with you. But check this out. Offense scored 31 points. We scored 24-7 at the half. There was a situation where we were trying to get Gibbs in the middle of the field against the cover 2 and to go up 28-7 going into the half. We didn't do that. We didn't get that. So we went up 24 instead. It led to 3 plays that was lulls. That 31 points is only 7 points in 30 minutes.
Wow.
Think about it. We had 24 at halftime. And with 2 15-minute quarters, you're telling me we only got 7 points? And y'all, I don't know, man.
They shut us down.
They shut us down.
Yeah, they shut us down. What else can you say about that? You know, you got 2 15-minute quarters and then you can't produce any points. Yeah, that just lets you know that the defense, they wasn't playing anymore. They made the adjustments. That's what it is. It's all about football is about the game of adjustments, and they made it.
Because this is depressing. It's a little depressing. And when I get into this, like we had the dagger plays. We're gonna be at the bottom. Okay. The dagger plays. Like we have to lose this. It has to come out of our DNA with this. The Lions were not where Stafford wanted to be. Yeah, that's cool. I'm okay with that. That's a fact. I'm not going to be mad about it. But when you're up,
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's a fact. And he paying for it. You see how lonely he look over there. He looked lonely. He looked like he ain't really like, he just cool with Cooper Kupp and the coach. And he ain't even happy.
He got a Super Bowl, man. He got a Super Bowl. You can't be no happier than that, man, because nobody ever thought that he probably would get one.
We did the first 4th and 2 was 24-10 in the third quarter. And that 4th and 2 was Josh Reynolds going out.
Yeah.
And there is something Kurt Warner said about that Josh and you said what?
This was against the 49ers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Kurt Warner, I have notes here. Okay. I got 3 pages. I watched this game man. Check this out. 49ers were ranked 3rd in the league in allowed scores. They were letting people score.
Yeah.
Okay. The 49ers couldn't get pressure on us. Okay. They couldn't get pressure. That was the perfect play. Unfortunately, it was a 4th and 2. But the way I see it was when you're on the road in bad territory,
you
don't go for it. Because if they stop you, bro, that's a momentum changer. That brings the crowd back into it. That does everything. Living and dying.
Like a couple times.
Yes, we went for it twice in the game.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we should have took the points.
Yeah, it was 24-27 when we went for it the second time. It was 24-10 when we went for it the first time. Living and dying with gamblers is no way to live. Going for 2 yards on 4th down, plays into the crowd.
I like Dan Campbell's aggressiveness because there's not a lot of coaches that would do what he's doing, but you got to know when to do it. You know what I mean? You can't. Sometimes you just got to, take the points, man. I like his ability to gamble sometimes, but not all the time. Don't do it all the time.
Right. And he comes from that tree, Sean Payton, going forward and getting the onside kick. And he's a little more aggressive than Sean Payton ever was.
Yeah.
But he was so enamored with us and who we are and what we're about that he forgot about the eras. Okay. He forgot about he's going up against the boogeyman. The boogeyman this is a winning organization with 5 championships. They got Rice is there. They got all these guys They got legends coming in, Dallas Clark, all these people, or whatever his name Clark is. They got Joe Montana, all at the game. These guys are talking to Brock Purdy before the game. These guys are talking about
Jerry Rice came to that game too, didn't he?
Yeah, Jerry Rice came to that game. We had Barry Sanders and Megatron. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. We had Barry Sanders and Megatron on our sidelines. Eminem was watching the game at home.
Right.
That ain't enough. Okay. When you got Joe Montana on the sideline, like, yeah, when I won the Super Bowl in 1987. We had a similar situation on 2nd and 2. Like,
yeah, and another thing that played key in this game too was that we took our foot off the gas pedal.
Took our foot off the gas pedal.
We can't do that. We can't afford to do that, man.
Against teams like this.
49ers teams like you said earlier with Houston. When you play Houston in the season, you can't afford to take your foot off the gas pedal.
Right, and that's what he didn't want to do.
On you.
That was what the 4th and 2s was about. Like, we're not going to take our foot off the gas. No, how about this? Don't make silly errors with your quarterback, your wide receiver, your quarterback, or your tight end not being on the same page.
Right.
Not being together. Not being focused in. I'm going to get to the sponsor of the video, and then we'll come back and discuss the defense of Aaron Glenn. Just hold tight for me.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
A little late with that, but I had to. I was supposed to do it 30 minutes, and we did it in 42. But this game was a culmination of all our problems. Everything I was saying during the season that nobody wanted to hear because we were winning, and they were going to the games and drinking, and they thought I was just a miserable person. Like, they just thought, oh, he's just miserable. No, bro.
Yeah, I like what somebody else said too in the chat. Britt said, how many times did we run the ball in the second half with the top 5 offensive line?
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to stick with the run game. You do have to stick with it. A lot of people, we know that the NFL is trying to be, not trying. It's basically a passing league now. And, they look at the running backs as less, but I never look at the running back as a lesser position because these guys do so much. The running back not only catches the ball out of the backfield, he has to be able to block as well to be out there on the field. And then he has to be able to run the ball and be effectively running the football as well. So I always look at the run game as something that you need and you have to have a good football team.
I'm so glad he mentioned the run game because we had a very good run scheme, a run fit.
Yeah.
We just fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
We fumbled the ball.
Yeah, we gave the ball up.
So Jared Goff was off on execution. Josh Reynolds and all these guys were off. Everybody was off in the second half. I don't know what it was, but they were like seconds and all these little things.
Yeah.
And when you're playing at that level in that game, in that situation, you have no time for the little things. That's why I brought in Kurt Warner to show y'all Jared Goff was off. That we know this man was off. He was all the way off. We know this man. that man said we playing Seattle Seahawks. I'm in Seattle.
And then once you started losing the momentum of the game, that really, when the crowd, because we had the crowd out of the game. They wasn't even involved in the game. And then slowly they just started chunking away at us. And they started, you know what I'm saying, they started executing the 49ers because in the first half, they wasn't really executing as much. We was kind of slowing down Christian McCaffrey a little bit. And we had them neutralized. But then we just started, you know what I'm saying? We just started letting them do whatever they wanted to do. And when you can't let a 49ers team that's a pretty good football team, you can't allow those guys to just do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because like you said with the comebacks, that's what they do. They come back on you and they'll win the football game, and you'll be walking away like a dog with your tail between your legs.
Yeah. If anything, they was cut from a different cloth with the comeback stuff. It was just a bad matchup with the comeback stuff. Yeah. And I can understand people are looking at my stuff like it's 49ers centric or whatever. I seen the comeback stuff against the Saints too. The Saints, we controlled that whole game, but the Saints was coming back on us. We can't afford to be like this. It was all on tape. Green Bay came back. We had these third quarter lulls against Green Bay, the Saints, Chicago twice. I got my notes here. Chicago twice. Yeah, here we go. And we'll just move us to the sides. So, yeah, Ravens game didn't even put up a fight in the third quarter. New Orleans, San Francisco, Atlanta, Green Bay, it was just all bad. So when I see this, and I'm telling y'all during the season, while everybody's drinking, having fun, we won. Another one bites the dust and all that stupid stuff. When I'm telling y'all, I know this channel hard to watch. I know it is. I got it. When I'm happy, y'all sad. Like, why did we draft Kirby Joseph? When y'all happy, I'm not happy. And I'm like, we beat Green Bay. It was 20-6.
Right.
We scored the 20 in the first half. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like
what Lisa said too. She said Ben Johnson was off with the play calling. So yeah, it was a team thing.
Incredibly.
So like you said earlier, AG, it wasn't just the defense either. It was the team being like off with the play calling and the offense, like fumbling and not making key plays as well too. So it was a team effort on the reason why they lost.
Yeah, they gave this game away.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you the Lions schedule, and I'm gonna see if you see what I see.
Okay.
Okay.
You see what I can't see. You're blind.
Yeah. Because it starts here. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
I really need a third person to do all this stuff. I'm gonna hire somebody. I think I can pay him $2 an hour. $2 an hour, and we got it.
Hey, that's a good. Hey, you might have to up it to like $5.
$5 an hour.
Yeah.
Dang, $5 an hour. Let's see if I can get rid of this. Okay. And you know what? He gonna be like, you only pay me $5 an hour. I was like, I gave you a raise.
I gave you a raise, my brother.
I gave you a raise. Okay. Do you think the game that we played against the 49ers, and I'm gonna cut these comments out as well. Because wait, hold on. It should be well known by every football player you have to play all 4 quarters. Exactly.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Lisa.
It's like Keanu. Yeah, it was quicksand, and that was gonna be the title of this video. Quicksand. Yeah, in the replacements. Yeah, it's like quicksand. The wheels fall off, and the team is young.
Yeah, the team is young.
Mm-hmm.
But now we can't use that as an excuse no more.
We can't use it
because the teams ain't going to respect us. But saying, thinking that just because we're young, they're going to be like, "Hey, man, the Lions were pretty good last year, man. We gotta win some. We gotta win against this team."
And agreed, Lisa.
Play 60 minutes now.
We could lose the first 2 games. Hunted. Oh wow, yeah.
Who's the first? What are the first 2 games? Is that the first game? No, that's hold on.
No. That's preseason right there with the Steelers. Check this out. The first game is going to start with the Rams. Okay, I highlighted.
Ooh, where's that at? Where's that game at?
That's going to be in Detroit. Yeah, that's going to be a Sunday night game.
That could be a tough game.
Yeah, So my question to you, first of all, I want to get to that comment because I thought that was genius. I lost my thought. I was just like, oh, we could lose the first 2 games. Yeah, I think about that all the time.
Mhm.
I was going to say something to that. Like, I think about that all the time. Because when you look at the schedule, who you think we can, if we played these teams like we played the 49ers, do you think we'll win? So I want you to take that same 49ers stuff and I want you to apply it to here. Okay. Do you think if we play Matthew Stafford and 2047, no, we ain't gonna do that. We could get away with that over here.
Right.
We could get away with that. We could get away with that maybe here. But you know he's gonna go off.
You don't know
gonna go off.
You don't know what type of team. That's the thing about the Cardinals. You don't know what type of team they're gonna be because they drafted well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the Cardinals draft. They got Darius Robinson. They got my boy from Florida State, the running back, Trey Benson. They got.
They
you
had
already know
9
they got,
games.
you already know they got Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison. And guess what?
And
They got 9 games.
Drafted well, man. Cardinals had a great draft.
They had 9 games where they lost by either 3 or 1 point. 9 games.
Yeah.
You think you could play that with them? You think you can do that with them? Okay. If you can't be a winning franchise and have these collapses, not even against the Cardinals.
You
have
to come in and you got to come in and beat them on the road. You still got to beat them on the road. You got to come in and do what you got to do.
You can't do this against the Seahawks. You can't do this stuff against the Cowboys.
The Seahawks have had our number.
That's it.
And the Cowboys keep getting these. They keep sneaking past us, man. With the refs, with the help of the refs, they keep sneaking past us.
You got to get out of this. The collapses.
And why do we always got to play
mental errors? Yeah, I don't know why. My sergeant asked me that before I left the army. Like, why are we playing them? I'm like, maybe it's
why we playing
money.
them in
I don't
Dallas,
know.
out of all the places. Why we got to keep going there?
Yeah, you can't even do this stuff against the Vikings because
now
they got a quarterback. Before they had, guess what? Mullins, the quarterback they had at the end of the season and stuff. They had Josh Dobbs and they had Mullins.
Yeah, Nick Mullins.
Yeah, Nick Mullins.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
This dude had 400 yards against us, man. He was playing like he was Drew Brees.
Nick Mullins had 400 yards?
Yeah. This is why I get angry. This is why, bro.
I think Sam Darnold is going to be starting first.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, for sure. Rams had a great draft also, T.A. Yeah. Rams had a great.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying at least that they didn't. I'm just saying what the Cardinals do because I live in Arizona.
Yeah. This is you can't bring that collapse stuff on all that stuff that was mentioned before against Atlanta, New Orleans. We're just gonna call it the collapse, okay? Right. We're just calling the lack of lion play. I don't know what it's called. It's just like loser mentality. You can't bring that to this schedule. This schedule is gonna kill you if you mess with it.
Hey,
if you mess with this schedule, you got Houston too, man. You can't bring this over here. Go ahead.
That's gonna be a tough game. That Houston game is gonna be tough. You know, I know it's later in the season, depending on who's gonna be, out, who's gonna be injured or whatever, because you never know who's gonna be hurt by that time. The injuries. You don't want nobody to get hurt, but it does happen. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, everybody's healthy. Around that time, because that's gonna be a tough game because of the receivers that the Texans have and Joe Mixon coming out of the backfield.
Yeah. This ain't nothing to play with.
Joe Mixon, do you remember when Joe Mixon was with the Bengals, how he gave the Lions trouble?
Yeah. I remember us sacking what's his name and feeling good. And then we was getting knocked around. And you know what they were saying? They were saying their favorite thing. They were saying, we almost beat the Bengals. Hey, we almost did it.
It was another moral victory. I'm tired of these moral victories, man.
We almost beat the Chiefs. They was doing so much. We almost did it.
Yeah, I'm tired of those moral
Oh
victories,
my
bro.
God. See, I don't even reckon see, and that's how I understand these fans. And that's no disrespect to the fans. If a person is happy that they almost beat a winning team and then they start winning, they don't care how they winning. If they winning on like bad defense and great offense, we're winning. We're the Super Bowl champion. Like Woolworth Sports has condensed this thing down to we don't need no knowledge.
Right.
Then when we go to all 22, the actual guy, if he says something you don't like, you just unsubscribe. I love all 22. I love him. He a Baltimore Ravens fan talking about your team. And then you come to Spirit of Detroit. He's supposed to be happy about this. I'm like, bro, we damn near lost to Green Bay. How did we lose? It was 24. It was 20-14. How did we lose? I'm like, bro, we didn't score. And I swear they hate that. They hate that.
Yeah. Now you can't take Jordan Love lightly no more. Jordan Love is a pretty good quarterback, man. Now that he didn't got his opportunity to play, you like, man, this dude can play.
We can't mess around no more. We can't.
Now this is one of my things too. I want to ask you, AG. This is one of my questions. How do you think the Lions are going to spread the ball around? Because this is the season where everybody is really looking at J-Mo and saying, yeah, man, J-Mo has to be that number 2 guy, and he has to step up. And not only that, they got to get Donovan Peoples-Jones involved in the offense. And then not only that, they're talking about targeting Jahmyr Gibbs more out of the backfield, which what I think Jahmyr Gibbs having 50 catches out of the backfield last year, that's pretty good. A running back getting like 50 or 60 catches out of the backfield, that's pretty good. But how are you going to, spread the ball around, to the rest of the guys? Because you still got Laporta and you have St. Brown. So I want to know, from your perspective, how do you get the ball to J-Mo and how you get the ball to Donovan Peoples-Jones this year?
This is the thing. I don't care if they get the ball. I don't care. I don't care if they get the ball. Ooh. I don't care. I care. I care about the focal point of this offense. And if that focal point is strong, we're going to be all right. And the focal point is that offensive line. The focal point is Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown and that running game. Like J-Mo, for me, if you have 1,100 yards, that's great. But I don't care. I don't care about stats. I care about trophies. The problem with this group is that a lot of them, they want just to win. They just want, we haven't won in so long and stuff like that. We haven't won in so long and stuff. J-Mo could be a Stephon Diggs, be the greatest, player and break all these receiving records and all this other stuff. I do not care about that if it come with trophies. Yeah, if it come, as long as we get a trophy in the next 5 years, I don't care about nobody's stats. Amon-Ra's first catch. Guess what Amon-Ra's first catch was in that game?
10-yarder.
Oh no. It was a 3rd and 9. It was a screen pass, and it came at the end of the first quarter.
Oh, okay.
Because J-Mo was doing work, and I guess they forgot about him. The running game was doing work. We didn't run the ball. So I don't care about nobody's stats because somebody gonna go off and it's gonna open up things for somebody else.
Because now this is my thing. I got a scale. Yeah. I got a scale. And this is my scale. This is what I believe the Lions need to do, as far as with the targets. I mean, I'm going to say, what do I think reception-wise each guy should have? Now, I'm going to start with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown should have anywhere between 80 and 90 catches. Laporta, I'm going to say Laporta around, I'm going to say.
See how hard that
is? It's hard. It's hard. 60 to 75 catches with Sam Laporta. J-Mo. This is what I'm saying on the season. This will be nice. This will be nice. I'm just thinking. J-Mo, 60 to 70 catches, probably about 700, 800 some yards for him. That'll be a great accomplishment for him.
Let me break it down like this.
Okay.
Haha, that was the big Quentin Tisha era. Yeah. Jim Caldwell being fired, missed the playoffs cause of that. Yeah. Look, I'm gonna tell you now. If J-Mo have 1,300 yards and y'all get knocked out in the first round, you're not gonna care.
No, you're not.
You're not gonna care.
You're not gonna care.
And I see Crunch Time Detroit saying that same stuff. Like, who do you think is gonna have the yards? I hate to shut y'all down. I love y'all. I love your shows. I love Raw Detroit.
Yep.
But I don't care who has the hot hand. We just need to get back. Because guess what? We have 5 years. We are in a 5-year era where we need to get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl before this thing blows up. Because J-Mo gonna want 34.
Yep.
You got to pay St. Brown. His money's kicking in next year, not this year. Next year. Penei Sewell kicking in.
Yep.
And then you got the Aiden Hutchinson contract.
Yeah, you got Hutch coming up.
You got who's a stud. I think he'll be cheap though. Kirby Josephs. Like, oh snap! Hold on, look at this. It got scripted.
Oh,
assistant. Okay. Well, I guess the script. We just betting on the script then, because the bet. I don't know what the script is. So when the script comes out,
whatever the script is.
When I see Joe Montana, when I see Joe Montana and Rice and Vernon Davis and all these guys on the sidelines, and I see all this, and I see all this, and I see y'all going forward, and it's 24-10, and like that's y'all fault. Like, look, I'm telling you now, man, and you gonna say this to me during the season. Yeah, we not playing at the level we need to be playing at right now. I mean, Ahmad playing great or J-Mo playing great. You're gonna say one guy, and guess what?
Yeah,
we're gonna have 2 losses.
But that's a tough job. That's a tough job in and of itself, because Jared Goff getting all these guys the ball is gonna be tough. That's not gonna be easy, man. Getting all these guys, because you also got Montgomery who can catch out of the backfield as well. Even though they don't really use him that way, they kind of use him more as a bruiser type of running back, more so than Gibbs with the swiftness and to be able to use his explosive speed down the field.
Yeah,
they kind of use him different. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, man, Jared Goff got one of the toughest jobs to be able to deliver, because when guys are not getting the ball, especially as a receiver, you become a diva.
Well,
like, man, they're not throwing me the ball. They're not getting me the ball. And
Calvin Johnson,
you don't want that with J-Mo and the rest of these guys.
Calvin Johnson had 2,100 yards in the season, 1,900 yards in the season. We didn't make the playoffs. Did you care?
Nope.
That's all I'm saying. Hey, if I'm wrong in the chat, please let me know. Because getting them the ball, I just want to win. If y'all got to run it 40 times, remember that Pittsburgh game where we tied against and we ran it 40 times? We didn't even let Jared touch the ball. We let him hand it off.
Okay, so your thing this year is whoever got the hot hand, feed them.
Yeah, that's it. Go win. Whoever got the hot hand, go win. If the passing game's off one day, we run it. I have no time, because at this time, at this level, check this out. I just seen Brock Purdy go to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And albeit that he had all these great players and he went to the right organization and they got the winning history, albeit that he still executed plays against us and went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Did he deserve to go? Is he elite? No. Say what you want about Brock Purdy, but he got the job done. I don't care if your name is Anton Green, Doris Fountain. I don't care if your name J-Mo, Ahmad. Let's get the job done.
Yeah.
Because one thing I won't do is I ain't gonna sugarcoat this thing. if these receivers, both of them have 1,000 yards, and we lose in the first round of the playoffs, just like that one guy said, we might lose the first 2 games.
Yeah, you could.
You can't play like that and expect to win. You can play like that against Green Bay and Atlanta, and maybe not Atlanta this year, but in the past you could play like that. But when you go up to Santa Clara, and you're playing like that, they out of their mind, bro. And I know you care about the stats, you care about the team, because you believe that high production is high performance.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Terrell Owens had he had 5,000 yard receivers, 5,000 yard seasons back to back on different teams, Eagles, Cowboys, all this stuff. Ain't win nothing.
I think he played for Cincinnati and the Bills too as well.
My man said, "Look, this is perfectly personified. I don't mean to shut you down or nothing. If I'm saying something a-hole-ish, I apologize. So I apologize to you, Raw Detroit, if I'm saying something a-hole-ish.
No, you good, brother. You good. You good.
What you saying is like beautiful. This can be personified as one comment. I don't care how we win. Just find a way to win."
Yeah, I agree with them on that.
Right. Check this out. I hate Marcus Davenport. I hate Carlton Davis. If Carlton Davis come down with 7 picks, 7 game-saving interceptions, you better believe he's $20 million a year.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say it right here.
So what is your confidence level on Marcus Davenport then? Because I don't have my confidence level is all predicated on his health.
Very low.
Wow.
Very low. I don't believe Marcus Davenport at all.
You're not a buyer.
No. I believe that you got a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
You signed for some money. You with some people that believed in you early on in your career, and you got every chance to win.
Now
so
he
you
got
should
traits.
win. Yeah, you got traits.
I watched some of his film like a few weeks ago. He got some traits that say like, yeah, he can get after the quarterback, but can he really do it with the Detroit Lions?
Yeah.
Because the Lions, I mean, you think about it though, AG. This is what Brad Holmes is betting on. Marcus Davenport to get the job done. Instead of going after Danielle Hunter, we went after Marcus Davenport. It's no way. Now, this is no knock to Brad Holmes, you guys. I love Brad Holmes. I love everything that Brad Holmes has done for the Detroit Lions because he turned this franchise around. But when it comes to going out there and getting that guy, we got to go get that guy.
Free agency is so saturated with non-performers.
Yes.
That you cannot bet your franchise, your job, your likelihood, your livelihood on a guy. Like, you can't do that. In the history of Brad, he's shown you he will just fill needs with free agency.
Yeah, it's
like you cannot.
It seems like that's what we're going to be looking at every single season.
Yeah.
It's just going to be filling the needs instead of getting the guy that's going to see how I think different from Brad. When I think about free agency, I think about going to get the guys that's going to turn the tables on the team and make the team better. Like that's when you're a GM, that should be your goal. Your goal should be saying not to just fill holes on the team, but to go and get the guy that's going to make your team better. If Danielle Hunter was on this team with Aiden Hutchinson, bro, we would be scary. We would be ferocious.
I disagree.
No, you disagree with that?
I disagree.
No. Okay. If you disagree with that, we're going to see what Danielle Hunter does with Will Anderson Jr. this year.
Put a 1 in the chat if you disagree.
Yeah, 16.
Put a 2 in the chat if you agree.
He has 16.5 sacks, bro. All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what Danielle Hunter. We're gonna see what he. Hold on, no. You said you disagree, but that's cool. That's fine because that's good. But at the same time, that's just what my belief is.
Yeah. Because what's Danielle Hunter price tag?
It was like what, 50 million?
50 million. We got 40 million cap. Okay, so we have 40 million cap room, maybe 38 now. Man.
No,
and we're gonna pay one player 25.
Yeah. Hey, he would if that player is willing, if that player is worth it, yes. Yeah.
That's the old way to do free agency. That's like a contrived old way.
I know, but see, if you so
Matt Judon, no thanks.
If we keep doing it the way we're doing it, how How is that going to make us better? That's what I'm trying to understand. Help me to learn that.
Okay.
If we keep going about free agency and just grabbing guys, and we just got a bunch of guys on the team, how is that helping us get better?
Because we've homegrown talent for the last 3 years. We've nurtured talent for the last 3 years. I understand.
See the thing.
Can I talk? Can I talk?
Go ahead.
You asked me a question. We've homegrown talent for the last 3 years. We've built through the draft as a mechanism to bring talent here. We've changed our outlook and approach of signing contracts. You want to know, is Christian Kirk $20 million receiver? Christian Kirk got paid by the Jags. The Jags went to 1 playoffs. He's not a difference maker whatsoever. They also got Calvin Ridley, not a difference maker whatsoever. Judon and all these guys are not going to guarantee, just because you pay them, it's not going to guarantee nothing. And then you're leveraging your future. So you're all in on one guy when you got other guys coming up through the draft. Another thing is the strength of next year's draft is the defense. I mean, it's the defense totally. We have right now, we could go all in for 1 year of success and still lose. And we have right now, we can build everything up to where we're a good team for years to come. 5 years, 10 years, 6 year windows, because Brad Holmes can draft. I just feel like when people want to go all in on one player, they thinking of Terrell Owens stuff. They thinking of, oh yeah, the Eagles signed Terrell Owens and they went to the Super Bowl the next year. Or you got Deion Sanders and you went to the Super Bowl. That hasn't happened for teams in ages. Most of these players that's taken you to the Super Bowl are getting traded from their teams. Most of these players, like with the exception of Brady, I think that was a free agency signing, but nobody even wanted Brady. And Brady went to the Bucs and then won a Super Bowl. Like that happens real rare, but that's Tom Brady. No one's guaranteed. Like these guys like Judon and all these guys are not guaranteed to bring production with what you have to what you have. Like you got to build through the draft. You have to have some sustainability, success. Now, if the Lions been somewhere for 5 years and they keep getting the NFC Championship game and they need to get over the hump somehow, then you go all in on a guy. But everybody's going to notice that guy got paid. Everybody's going to notice. What's that going to do for your locker room if he don't produce? What's that going to do for your locker room? You got casualties that go on to other teams and they have success. Sutton and Hunter would wreck your salary structure. That's all I'm saying. And are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I don't want to I'm not trying to sun you or nothing. I'm not trying to do none of that.
No. You could never sun me, but
yeah, I'm just what I'm saying is that you built through the draft. There's a good defensive draft with great pass rushers, 8 particularly first round pass rushers.
Right.
Like you could let this be a free agency tryout for a guy, a reclamation guy, or this guy, or that guy. You still got to pay McNeil. You still got to pay all these players. Your whole salary cap would be dead. Remember Flowers?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Like,
yeah, I remember
there's no guarantee you pay a guy $18 million a year and he's going to give you everything, bro. It's no guarantee.
Yeah, I understand the concept that you're coming with, but I disagree totally. Mm-hmm. It's just my opinion. I disagree with you. I think that Danielle Hunter would have made this team a lot better. We spent money on all of these different corners, and we're going to see how that pans out this year. We're going to see if that really was the hole on the defense when we couldn't even get after the quarterback. You got guys that can't even smell the breath of the quarterbacks on Sunday.
That comes down to coaching, though.
Yeah, it comes down to coaching, but you got to execute as a player. You can coach a guy until your nose bleed, but the player got to go out there and execute.
And if he does execute, Kaminsky and all those guys, if they do execute, because you brought in Williams, this is an open tryout. You can't just give up on the position. You re-sign Kaminsky. You believe somewhat you had Houston signed to a tender deal. You had a lot of individuals coming back.
Right.
And if you sign Danielle Hunter, that's all for nothing. Like you giving him an open tryout. You got a coach that believes in the 1.5 gap scheme. He's coached up guys in Tennessee. Like Tennessee had 16 yards per game on average. Tennessee, to get a hold of their defense, the reason why they were losers was not because of their defense. The reasons why they was losers was because of their quarterback situation. Their quarterback situation was spotty. They receivers was washed. Like they won games because of their defensive line. Guess what that defensive line did? They matured. They had Simmons. They had Casey. They matured their defensive line with the same defensive line coach that we had. For 5 years, he worked with those 4 years. He worked with those guys, and he brought them of age. All those guys, even the guys that left and that were backups, they got contracts too. They got contracts with Indianapolis. I think it was Quanery. One of those guys got a contract with Indianapolis just because he performed well, and he was a rotational guy. So you need to keep building through the draft and keep caring about coaching and keep caring about the same quality and structure that you built this team around. When you go all in, that's not conducive.
When you're looking, Larry, all right, you're looking at it from a different perspective, and I'm glad that we thinking different.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at it as you're going to overpay for a guy. I'm looking at it as the missing element to the team. You know that the Detroit Lions don't get after the quarterback like that. I know that. You know that. At the end of the day, the Detroit Lions would be better with having a guy like that on the defensive line because this team would be a lot scarier.
Okay.
But my biggest thing is this too. I understand where you're coming from because you're looking at it from how Brad Holmes is looking at. Oh, yeah, and that's true. You do build through the draft. I would never say don't build to the draft. I'm a guy that loves talking prospects. So I would never say don't build through the draft because you do. Because if we wanted to build through the draft, why didn't we draft a D edge this year? We could have. It was many defensive edges that we could have took, but we opted to take all these corners and all that. So we're going to see how this.
It took 2 corners.
I know. I'm just saying, and in free agency, we took corners too.
Oh, the depth players.
We got a Meek and all these other guys that we brought onto the team. But at the same time, I'm just saying that your defense would be hella scary if you had Danielle Hunter on it. And mark my words, you're going to see what I'm talking about with Danielle Hunter with Houston this year and Will Anderson Jr. I think those two guys are going to be one of the best tandems in the NFL getting to the quarterback. Mark my words.
Probably because they had cap space to do that. Brad knows next year's edge class is loaded compared to last year's class. Yeah, them guys from last year's class that went to the first round, they would be second round picks. I can agree, AG. Brad Holmes does not ever believe we are one player away in DT. And I mean, Brad Holmes and company, check this out. What you believe, check this out. I got something for you. Brad Holmes came from an organization that always believed they was one player away. They traded for Stafford. I'm sure Brad Holmes was mad all the time when they traded a first round pick. I'm sure he was like gripping his teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like he believed in building in the draft, but he came from an organization that for 5 years had no first round picks. He came from an organization Les Snead. Is it Snead? Les Snead?
Mm-hmm.
Les Snead believed like we're one player away. McVay, one player away. And Brad was probably like, I need something. I need more to work with.
Yeah, but notice though, AG, I never said that we were one player away. I just said if Hunter was on his team. I never said one player.
Yeah.
Because one player can't make a team win. Your quarterback can't do it by itself without the receivers catching the football. So you're never one player away.
Right.
I'm just saying there's certain pieces on the team that you get to help your team be able to be successful in getting after the quarterback because you are one of the teams in the NFL that don't get after the quarterback. That's a fact.
Yeah. They like who they like. And check this out. This team, they can go out there and get a big free agent. Right now, they had to pay Debo. They had to pay this guy, that guy. They re-signed him to an extension. He's making $15 million a year as a running back, $12 million with a $3 million bonus every year. They in issues with Ayuk. You got Bosa's contract. You got all these guys. All these guys. This team is in that win now era. They've been to the Super Bowl 3 times.
Yep.
If they didn't get Danielle Hunter or somebody, shame on them. But this is it. I remember like a couple years ago, me and you were on a podcast. We said the Lions don't have no stars. They have rookies. And what we meant by that was the rookies was more talented than anybody on the team. That was 3 years ago. And then now those rookies have matured into home brand name players. And they're not just looking to get paid. Like, you know, they're not just looking to get anything. So until this number increase to championships and until that number increase to wins, like we need to cultivate that with the youth. Like everybody we bring in, like again, like check this out. Kansas City had the youngest team in the league both years they won the Super Bowl. Well, last year they were the second youngest team. The Rams was the youngest team. The year before that, they was the youngest team with Karlaftis and all those guys, and they was under the Spagnuolo defense. And the Spagnuolo defense is so hard to understand because he likes to split the field in half. Spagnuolo likes to do an inverted cover 6. Spagnuolo likes to do if you like Spagnuolo and them guys, like they like to. That's a football junkie group. Okay, they don't like they ain't no stupid people. They know how to. Matter of fact, I was watching Spagnuolo tape of him just talking about his plays. He's like, if I have 3 men back, that means I have 7.5 yards per person on a 3-man back. I was like, what? Whoa, what we talking about? Because it's 50 yards of width. I'm like, whoa. But if I have 4 men back, I have 10 yards per person, and then it's going to be another 10 yards. I'm like, whoa, we doing math? Like, you can win with young players. You can win with young players. And really didn't know that yet. Lisa had said something.
Yeah, she said something about that Hunter didn't want to come to Detroit. Maybe he didn't. We don't know. We don't know everything behind. That's the stuff that we don't get the privilege to hear. The stuff, you know, when the Lions are talking to people and prospects and free agency, we don't get to hear those conversations. But we don't know. We don't know if Hunter wanted to come here or not. We don't know that. But what we do know is that he's a damn good football player. We do know that. And that's you need dogs on your team, man. You don't need just a bunch of guys to get it done. You need dogs.
You think we still got a bunch of guys?
We'll find out. We'll find out. We'll find out where that defense is at. We'll find out where that defense is at this year. If that defense is not top 15, we'll see we'll see if we got dogs on this team or not.
Y'all just started winning, and y'all out here. I guess I'm doing it too. Because look, I'm doing it too. I don't want this no more. Okay, I don't want to go back to this world. Whatever this world is, I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to go back. I want to go to this red world. This red world where you have 60 postseason wins, 60 games, and 37 wins and trophies and stuff. Yeah. Only get that through the draft. But
I wanted to.
Yeah, we want the same things, just in different ways. And that's okay. That's okay to have a good discourse. As long as discourse is positive, we can communicate. Yeah, we love it. Because if you was Mobby,
I mean, we all got our own opinions, man. You know what I'm saying? We all, you know, we love the Detroit Lions. We all got our different ways of what we think the Lions should build the team and what we think they should do. But it's ultimately, at the end of the day, the Lions are going to do what the Lions are going to do. You know, we can't convince Brad Holmes to draft this guy, no matter what prospects we talk about. But at the same time, you know, you just kind of just trying to say, like, man, maybe if we had this guy would probably be, you know what I'm saying, him and Aiden Hutchinson would be a nightmare. That's all I'm trying to say. Opposing teams. Now, not getting Hunter, I'm not gonna knock that because I gotta back up Marcus Davenport. That's who we have. So I'm hoping that this kid can be healthy to give us what he did in 2021 with the Saints. That's all I'm hoping for.
That's all. That's it. That's all. What you think about what we said today? The game, the wrap up is that NFC Championship game was bad. That stuff was crucial, man. That NFC Championship, that was a culmination of all our problems. The secondary, the run defense, all that stuff. Even Aaron Glenn to collapse. Can we agree that we cannot bring that behavior into this new season? We cannot do it.
We can't. You got to step.
Jack Campbell getting trucked for a touchdown. We can't bring it.
You can't bring it. No, exactly. You got to run the football, have a balanced offense, run the football, pass the football when you need to, especially in the playoffs. That's what it's about. People don't throw as much in the playoffs. They kind of run the ball more because they're trying to not make so many mistakes in the game. But yeah, I agree with you, man. Totally. You know, we got to do the things that we need to do. And that's playing good defense, getting key stops in the game, and playing and executing on offense. And never, ever take your foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah. Brad Holmes brought in like 6 new players. 6 new players. And he could have brought in one for $20 million, but he brought in 6 new players for less than anything. He brought in Matthew Betts, 19 sacks last year in Canada.
Yeah, I see that in the Canadian league. Yeah.
He brought in the 2 rookies. Okay, well, he brought in more rookies than that, but 2 noticeable rookies. He brought in he re-signed back Houston.
Yep.
He brought in Davenport, and who's that other defensive end? No, he brought in somebody. Oh, Carlton Davis. Anyway, Amik Robertson. He brought in 7 players on the cheap. And
on the cheap, yeah. And I'm not mad at him. That's what I say. I'm not mad at him for doing that.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, you want to make sure that you get the books right too as well. I understand that totally. As a GM, it ain't just going out there and spending up all the money, but it's also getting the players that you can get for the low that are coming here and perform for you.
Right. And they all got grit because they all want to be in the NFL. Like, I think that's just the mentality. We want guys either that's coming up in our system, or we want guys that's super talented coming up in our system, or we want guys that are like fighting for their NFL lives, and they're gonna force competition and grit. You got a guy coming in here, $25 million. He chilling.
Exactly.
Like, they ain't gonna cut me, bro. I'm good. Like, that's a whole different mentality, bro. Like, you want guys to earn their checks. But go ahead.
I was looking at Lisa comments. Yeah, he did. He did wanted to play by home, Lisa, Danielle Hunter, and nothing is wrong with that. He went to a great team, going to the young Houston Texans, who D'Amico Ryans and all those guys. Man, I love what those guys are doing over there with the Texans. So him going home was good for him. Not coming to the Detroit Lions, that's not a bad thing. The Lions still going to be a good football team this year. But I think when both of those guys see each other this year, it's going to be a slugfest.
Yeah. So that's all I got for today. All I wanted to really cover, truthfully, I think we got, of course, a little bit, but all I wanted to truthfully cover was we can't be like that. We can't collapse. We can't have that. I hope all that stuff that from that game is fixed, and even the mobile quarterback stuff. I hope that's fixed. I hope the defense is fixed. And my next video or my next live stream, I think it's a video. I'm going to talk about Terrell Williams and what he did for the defensive line, and that video should be like really easy to do because I've been watching a lot of his system, and then I've been watching a lot of what they did with the defensive coordinator in Tennessee. So, Mitchell Agude, they signed him last year. And then, Mitchell Agude has been playing Sam linebacker. He's been putting his foot in, he's been putting his hand in the ground, playing defensive end. He's been doing a lot of that. So I'm going to talk more about, developing the players that we're doing, stuff that we're doing now, especially with Terrell. And, I can't talk about what ifs and all that stuff. I know, like, Syndicate and all them guys, like, they love that. But me personally, man, like, if you're not on the team, you're not even relevant. If you're not on the team, like, Vaki is more relevant than some of these cats out on free agency. Like, I love the team that I have, not the team that I want. So I had to learn that too with Tariq Woolen and all the guys they didn't draft. Kobe Turner, who they see next week, who had 9 sacks last year. I have to learn that myself, like telling them to draft Kobe Turner, and they didn't.
Right.
I think the draft is rigged because I'm like, you let Kobe Turner fall to the LA Rams?
AG, let me say this to the person in this comment section. He said, Frank, he said Detroit Lions do not need Hunter, just like you said, We got 6 new guys who are better than 1. Yeah, I feel you. I understand where you're coming from. We do got 6 new guys because it's a draft and we draft guys. But at the same time, man, don't lie to yourself, bro.
Come on.
If you had Danielle Hunter on this team, you best believe this team would be scared. And you would take any team in the NFL would take Danielle Hunter. So stop lying to yourself.
I know I got some. Look, we're gonna end it on that note. You ain't lying to yourself, okay? You ain't lying to yourself. You look at the mirror, you see things. That's what he's saying. Look, man, you out here wilding. We
gotta keep it a good show, baby. We gotta have some friction to keep it a good show.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna take it to here. This is my outro. Love y'all.
People did this one.
The spirit of Detroit